Hello friend, my name's Asindra, and today I'm going to continue playing for you Uncommon Time by Feral Phoenix. Now last time we saw Arietta's memories, and ended up here. This is a healing circle, and I really like this area because it's very glowy, because I've been, look at the trees! And I don't know if that's a tree actually, and the flowers are all crystals and stuff, but it's really cool. And, I've been trying to level up because I was only level 50 and I don't Arietta's level 75, yeah? I don't think that's gonna work out well in our favor. So now we're all like halfway between 60, except for Alto. What's up here? Ooh. I wonder if that's a thing. Can you not? Like seriously, can you not? I would really appreciate it if you would not. Go away. Shoo, assholes. Got base! Yay, I need to heal us just in case we get into any more trouble. Because guess we probably will. Okay, X. Oh, anyway. So lots of things to think about Arietta's past and stuff. The baby, piano, I want to know more about them. I know that Feral posted a picture of her, but, I want to know more. And I want to know how Chantal is and stuff like that. So I wonder if we'll get to meet Chantal again in this uncommon time. But who knows, you know? That didn't make sense. Anyway. Okay, everybody is gonna die. Hang on. Cool. Now we gotta heal again! Yay! So love healing when trying to escape mobs. That's another testament to how difficult Arietta is probably going to be. These mobs are assholes and really difficult to fight. So, I don't know if I'm going to win. Oh, there's another crate. Go away. At least those I could probably beat. Anyway, what do we got? 3,000 sil. Yay, that's a lot. Not really. It's somewhat a lot. It's about how much we get when we kill... Oh god. No. Okay, fine. Anyways. Where was I? We were going up. Yay. Oh, there's fairies here. And a healing thing. Good. Because that's a thing that I needed. Also, Alto leveled up. Let's see what you have. You have accessories. That's cool. And what's this? Oh, I thought it was going to be a music box. That's cool. Do you want to shop for items? Oh boy, do I want to shop for items. Okay. So, let's go face Arietta. I'm going to, save here. And, then we will go do the thing. Yay! Oh, and she's a fire mage too, and the only person who's strong to fire really is, Aubrey, and Aubrey's kind of their hit points are kind of weak. They're like 3,400 compared to the higher up ones, which are like 5,000 for Alto and Teagan, or like 5,500. Anyway, let's just read this. Anyway. Look, is that, Lady Arietta? So you made it here safe, that's good. Whoa. I mean, actually watching those memories was one thing, but it's weird actually getting to talk to someone from the past like this. You talk to Aubrey all the time. If I didn't know better, I wouldn't know she was any different from us. How the heck does this work? Wow, here comes Team Nerd number 1. Well, I think you've heard from either Altair or Aubrey by now, but he and I exist by having more or less left perfect copies of our minds in the fabric of uncommon time. We retain all the capabilities of our original selves at the peak of the abilities in life, our abilities in life. That's why I don't look like an old lady, by the way. But it's basically impossible for us to take physical form outside of uncommon time. And when the mana stored here is very low, we're usually in sleep mode. You can think of us as a halfway point between nature spirits and unusually benevolent ghosts, if that's easier. But if you're copies, then you'd have to talk to Altair if you want to really get into the technical implications of transhumanism. Does that mean we can go back to talk to Altair? He likes that kind of thing, but I don't see the point in worrying about it too much. Huh, I guess that's one way to think of it too. Besides, you know what they say. I think, therefore I am. Can't tell if this person's a genius or an idiot. Yup, definitely related to Alto. If it's all right, I have a question. Ask away. We experienced a number of your memories on the way here. Did you select them? Yes. And you're right, since it's what you really want to ask. It seemed like the easiest way to explain some things to you. So since you would have had to travel through tears of someone's mind anyway to get here, I arranged those in the hopes of getting you all up to speed. Then, what you wish to discuss with us is a yes and no, but having you understand what happened back then will save time. I want to talk about the Cantabile system, and I have a favor to ask. A favor of us? There's no need to look so shocked. This is the only place where I have a solid body, and I can't leave Harmonia. And whatever misconceptions you've gotten, I do mean to have already shown you that I'm far from all-powerful. Oh, yeah, I guess that's right. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize. And it's not a favor of everyone. It's something I can only ask of you. Everybody turned to look at Alto. Huh? Yes, you in the back. Oh, look at baby Alto. Oh. Before we move on to the serious stuff, though, you and Aubrey were able to defeat Altair, weren't you? That's impressive. Oh, no, I'm sure it was because Father held back for us. Aw, he called him Father. So you're finally calling him that now. I guess that means you really are growing up. And that's not true. If it was for your sake anyway, my honey wouldn't do you the disrespect of holding back. You defeated him on your own merits, so there's no need to be humble. He also gave you his weapon, which is still weird, because it's his mind weapon, and Alto is literally using her alter self as a weapon. It's so weird. Anyway, you've piqued my interest. So first things first, I want to see your power for myself. What are those worried faces for? Well, you're level 75, so you outnumber me, so I'm sure you can make up for any differences in ability level that way. No. I want to see it. I want to see for myself what you can do. Is this on a whim, or is there a reason? Well, it's definitely true that there's a grudge I'd like to air for someone who can't join us. Oh, Chantal. Also, the music changed. You're smiling, but it's not reaching your eyes at all. But that's not all, no. Alto, what do you want to do? Again, it's no good. Even if I could think of something to say, the words won't come out. The night is still young, and the stars are bright. I prepared the most extravagant ballroom for you. I'm the host, and you are my guests of honor. So won't you dance with me? Hi, Alto. You're adorable. I don't know if we can win, but I want to dance. I see. I'm happy to hear that. So I was going to show you this fight, but it ended up being about 42 minutes long, and even sped up, it was about 10 minutes long if I was going to put it all in the video, and I figured you guys wouldn't want to see that or to skip over it, so I'll just explain to you what I did. Basically, at the beginning, I was using everybody for specific things. Aubrey and Alto were the attackers, the DPS, I guess, or I don't know if that's the actual term, but they did the damage. Saki was the healer, and Teagan was defense, with the addition of having Brace, which would increase Teagan's TP, which I still don't know what that means, but those are used for the special attacks. And so anytime Arietta tried to hit her, she would get plus 5 TP, so that was useful, and I would slowly get it up to there. When Arietta started to lose, or starting was like halfway, or maybe 2/3 of the way dead, she starts to use her special attacks. She uses her 50 TP attack first, and at that point, I think I lost Mayrin or not Mayrin, but Aubrey and Saki for like one time, and I managed to pull in Mayrin to get them both back alive. But when she started using her ultimate attack, which was probably the latter part of the video, she managed to knock them out easily. So I figured at that point there was no point bringing them back in, and I was going to focus on Alto and Teagan, because with Alto has an attack that can hit her pretty hard, which is the Appassionato, and it takes about 4,000 damage or something like that. Plus, Alto it has a lot of hit points as opposed to everybody else. Teagan and Alto are the ones that have the most hit points, and I was wrong before. It wasn't 5,000 something, it was 4,000 something, but that's fine. And then Teagan, of course, still has the counter on and was focusing on defense, but could also heal herself if necessary, and take away any status ailments that she gets, and could deliver her final attack, which did a lot of damage. Plus, Arietta's final final attack, doesn't do any damage to Teagan for some reason. So, as long as Teagan's still alive and kicking, I figured I could at least damage Arietta enough to try to win this time. Oh my god, I fucking won! That was amazing! You don't know, well, you didn't know this, but I have tried to beat Arietta about, 10 times now, and each battle takes, 30 to 40 minutes, because it's ridiculous how strong Arietta is. I can't believe we won! Also, I think it's really, really interesting that Alto and Teagan were the two who were the ones to end up there at the end fighting the good fight. The good fight. The dance. Anyway, let's get back to this then. We won, somehow. You're just as strong as I thought. I'm glad. Not that there's no feeling of accomplishment here, having been able to defeat someone on your level. But really, what was that about? If you were testing us, then what for? Don't overthink it so much. I wanted to see how strong you are, both your ability level and how you work together. And you are strong. It's reassuring. It's nostalgic, too. You remind me of my own ensemble, back when we first got together. Besides, tests of strength and ability are just a part of spirit culture, so brush it off as my half-breed eccentricities if you must. Oh, speaking of which, is Mayrin going to ask her about that? Her ancestor being one of Arietta's ensemble? It really is their culture after all? You don't have to get that surprised. Besides, well, you all seemed pretty nervous before, so I was hoping that exercising together would help you relax. Oh, how to put this? I'm glad it seems to have went well. Yeah. Then, Lady Arietta, if you will excuse me for being direct, why did you call for us? Well, wanting to see for myself how strong you were was one thing. But I wanted you to know the history of the world tuning. I wanted you to know how things came to be this way. Lady Arietta. And now that I've shown you the truth, I need to apologize. Apologize? It was our generation and our predecessors that did this to the world. So it should have been our responsibility to fix it, not just correcting the disrupted flow of magic, but by finding cleaner energy sources and creating more efficient technology. But after the world tuning, I got tired, and I had a baby. I thought that surely I no longer had the energy to do anything like that again. And with that excuse, I pushed my responsibilities and my knowledge off on piano, and her children, and her children's children. And even though I knew that it might turn out like this, even though I was worried enough about the future to leave a part of myself in uncommon time, this only happened because we dropped the ball. I don't think you have to feel responsible for that. Nobody's born for the sole purpose of sacrificing herself for the greater good. You gave so much of your life for others, and you didn't even like people. Maybe it's selfish to want to live for yourself after that, but I don't think it's wrong. It makes me happy to hear you say that. You're a kind girl. But from the beginning, the world tuning was never meant to be the solution. It was never meant to be repeated for this long. I taught my magic and my ritual to piano, thinking that it would probably be needed a few times in the future, but this has gone on for far too long. Altair and I can't directly interfere with the world outside of uncommon time. The most we can do is watch. The Cantabile family left this country after a while, but I've observed every descendant of mine who came to perform the world tuning. So, even if I can't pinpoint exactly when the turning point was, I realized pretty quickly when things had gone wrong. But by then, it was already too late. Lady Arietta? For the first few 100 years, everything was fine. Then I started to notice signs of fatigue in the young Cantabiles who came to this land. Stress, fear, trauma, deteriorating health. You know, the weakness of the Cantabile system is that we don't even have a branch family. Most of us have only had the one mandatory child, so there's only one person to weigh all that responsibility on. And that's also created unfair pressure to procreate with the right people only. Like how it is usually with nobles, but even worse and grosser. Exactly. And it would have been kinder if that was all. The even worse problem with the Cantabile system is that with only one family line, all of it took to poison the entire system was for one parent to turn abusive. And with no other model for how to teach but your own parents. I see. I've watched all of this as my descendants became more and more unstable, never able to interfere, never even able to call out to them. And then finally, I was the first one to fail. No, you came and brought the Cantabile system full circle. I was the first one to fail the world tuning. I was the first one with enough self-hatred and malevolence and self-doubt to wish for destruction. You're the first one to have collaborated with Luminoso and have others this much, and the others this much. And because they told you about Uncommon Time and opened it for you to use, we're able to talk like this. Oh, she's flushing again. It was never meant to be this way. I want you to know that. The Cantabile family only became this warped in the first place because of my negligence. What happened to you is not your fault. It is irresponsible of me to put any more weight on your shoulders, but please, even if it is just by getting yourself out, put an end to this cycle. I'm so sorry for everything, and... Aw. Thank you. Thank you so much. You fought so hard all this time. Thank you for surviving. Thank you for everything. I'm so happy to be able to talk to you. I'm so grateful that we are able to meet. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. And I'm crying again. Damn it! Are you okay now? Yeah. I've never seen Alto cry like that before, not in 10 whole years of knowing her. Here, I want you to have this. Received Arctier. This is... It's my favorite, but I don't really need it anymore. I want you to keep it and remember what you've seen and heard here. It may not be much, but I want to give you what I can. I'll never forget. No matter how much time passes, I won't forget even if I die. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to send you all back to the surface now. I shouldn't be taking up too much of your time anyway. But I want you to remember that there are people here who love you and want you to be free. Alto, are you all right? Yeah. Actually, I'm really happy. I see. It's good to hear that. As soon as everyone's ready, I want to go. Huh? Go where? Where else? Back to Metrodome Tower. Let's put an end to this. Alright, so here's what happens if we talk to Chantal's grave before we do the second part of this Uncommon Time thing. Chantal Maya, 729 to 801. This is Chantal's grave, isn't it? Yes. Oh, what's this? Obtained white ribbon. It looks like a ribbon. This wasn't here before. Let's take it. I bet it's a gift. It would be nice if it were. What's up? It's just, I remembered something. Chantal was... When we fought her in the music box, you saw that she used a wand, right? I thought that was a flute. Oh yeah, it looked kind of like a conductor's baton. It actually was one. Chantal was really amazing, you know. Even being attuned to 2 elements like Mayron and me is rare enough. But Chantal had an affinity for all 4 cardinal elements. But I think she was the biggest problem child out of all of us. Even though she had a natural aptitude for music and magic, she hated to sing in front of other people. Really? I think it was a shame. She was good at singing. But, her birth parents didn't understand about her. I think maybe they didn't want to understand. She said they expected her to just grow out of hating her body and never took how she felt seriously. They wouldn't accept that they had a daughter and not a son. So by the time Father adopted us and she finally started hormone treatments, she was 14 and her voice had already changed. Ah. You'd never be able to tell if it was just a normal conversation, but you can't use your full singing range in falsetto, so... Ah. So Chantal wouldn't sing in front of other people, only when she was alone. Even Father only knew how to teach her magic using music, so in the end he taught her to conduct. So that's why. I see now. I don't think she knew, but sometimes I would hide outside the window or the door and listen to her when she sang. I just thought of that, and you see, her voice was a true contralto. Oh, I'm sure she'd be angry with me for finding the irony funny, though. I wish I could have introduced you to the real Chantal. I may not have the right to say so after everything, but I hope she was all right after that. Well, I wasn't there, so I can't say, but the dates on the headstone say that she lived to be an old lady. I think she must have been a strong person. Even if it took time, I'm sure things worked out. I hope so. Okay. And this is after the 2 dungeons. Chantal Maya, 729 to 801. This is Chantal's grave, isn't it? Oh? Obtained white ribbon. This is a ribbon? Has this always been here? Can we take it? I feel like I wouldn't have the right. Aubrey? I can't stop thinking about it. What I did to her. I want to make it up to her, but even if she were still alive, I wouldn't know what to do or say. These feelings of regret are so heavy. I don't think I can bear them. What am I supposed to do? Aubrey. I know you want me to comfort you, but even I think this is a cold thing to say, but you don't have a choice. You made sure yourself that you could never make this right. Even if you could talk to Chantal somehow, apologizing wouldn't make what you did go away. So the only thing you can do now is try to find a way to live with it. And remember, and keep regretting it, so that you never do something like that again. You're probably right, but that still doesn't make me feel any better. I don't think it was supposed to. Anyway, let's take this. If we left it here, it would just go to waste, and it's happier for objects to be taken care of and used. Is that so? Well, Arietta helped her in the end. We can't tell from her gravestone if she ever married her boyfriend, but it looked like they stayed together. You were cruel to your sister, but she still survived. So if there's anything you can do in her memory, you have to survive too. Yes. Anyway, let's go. There are still things we have to take care of too. Okay. Suppose we should go rest then, huh? And then after this we will go to the library because I wanted to look up records or something. Can we rest, please? Do I have to just click on Alto's bed? Heal me. Sleep? Yes. Okay, cool. So anyway, thank you for watching. Look forward to whatever we end up doing in Folio. There is also a cameo boss battle if we can't look up Mayron's heritage. And I love you. Bye-bye.